Forget the poses and capture portraits that speak is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone, and welcome, and happy holiday season coming up real soon. So this topic is inspired because we are reaching the holiday season, and you're going to be around a lot of your family and your friends. Now is a great time to practice your portrait stuff and your portrait photography and your tips. So what I want to do is I want to give you 5 just simple tips you could do at the next get-together with your family and your friends that'll help you capture just incredible moments with them. All right? So let me jump right in. So these are the 5 tips for natural candid poses, and I'm relaying this to family. All right? So first one will be use familiar movement, bring up a shared memory, capture real interactions, pose, then let it break, and then shoot through the moment. All right, so let me break these down. So first one, use familiar movements. Here's my beautiful goddaughter, Morgan. Movements break the tension and helps people forget that they're being photographed. Ask them to walk together, like maybe link arms, bump hips, or help each other, like with their clothes. These are small, familiar gestures that makes everyone loosen up quickly and start behaving more naturally. You're not just directing them. You're giving them a reason to connect with each other. Bringing up a shared memory. I love this one, especially with my family. Ask about a funny holiday moment or a story that they all know. Now, it doesn't take much, just a quick prompt like, what's the silliest thing that ever happened at a family dinner? The laughter and the reactions come naturally. Your job is to be ready when they do. So have that camera ready for that interaction. Capture real interactions. So instead of forcing the pose, let the family interact. Encourage them to hug, tease, or talk, or just pull in close, each other in close. Families instinctively know how to be with each other. Now, when you give them the permission to be themselves, that's when you'll get the most heartfelt photos. Pose, then let it break. Right? Pose, then let it break. Start with a simple pose, maybe seated, close, or standing together. Then ask them to look at each other or say something to the other person next to them. The transition between posed and candid is where you'll find the gold. Now, those spontaneous expressions, are as real as it gets. Shoot through the moment. Now, keep shooting even when you think the moment has passed. Shift your angle, moving closer, then step back. Let their natural rhythm guide your timing. You're not just capturing a single shot. You're documenting a whole story, frame by frame. So these are the 5 tips. Use familiar movement, bring up a shared memory, capture real interactions, pose, then let it break, and then shoot through the moment. So those are my top 5. And again, I label that for family. And the reason why I did that, because if you know the people, you could do that, what I just showed you, you could do that with them. If you don't know somebody, you don't know what their family history is. You don't know if they're close. You don't know if this one is upset with that one, and getting them in the same room together is a major chore. So again, this is for people who you feel familiar with. Do me a favor, try it over those in the US over Thanksgiving. I want to see those shots on our Facebook group. In fact, here is our social media Facebook group. If you're not part of it, please scan that QR code, join in. I love to see what you're creating with your family. I just think it'll be great. Right, so now that we figured out how to pose them, how do we edit those shots? Typically, with this type of interaction with the family, you don't want to go over the top with fake edits, or you don't want to hide the photos into your editing. You got to make sure that it matches. So let me share my desktop here. Here's my beautiful goddaughter, Morgan, when she was 5 years old. I love the interaction. Now, with both her and her sister, part of their present every year was doing a photo shoot, and they would look forward to it. So here it is with Morgan. You've seen this before. Hear no evil, or speak no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. So I did this with her. Let me go all the way to the top. And this is the final outcome. There we go. So this would be the final, and this was part of her present. Now, I like the muted, washed out look for this image, for this whole series. Well, let me get down to these down in here. Okay, so let's do this right here. So let's grab this image right here. And I created a preset automatically for it. So I'm going to run the preset just so you can see what I did with it. And if I'm not mistaken, I called it Baby Morgan. So here it is. Running a little bit. There we go. Baby Morgan. And let's see before and after. Ready? Here's the original. And just minor. It wasn't anything major because I want it to look authentic. So if I click on edit, and we'll come over here to the history in a moment. There we are. Look at what I just did. I stayed within the development module. And look, I just did a simple auto adjust. And then I did mute some of the greens in the scene. So I'm going to do another image so you can see how I did it. Notice again, we'll use, let's do, I love this one right here. I had her thinking. All right, edit. And I'm in the essentials category, I should say. I want to stay in the essential tools. All right, I'll start with develop raw. Let it do its thing. I'm going to do auto. And okay, so in this here, I purposely wanted that background blown out. So I'm going to adjust it here. And I'm going to keep the exposure where I had it. All right, good. I want the background blown, me personally. This is the way I want it. So, good. It gave her a little more tone. All right, now that I have that set, what I am going to do is I'm going to come down to Enhance AI, and let's see if this helps me a bit. Okay, yeah, see, it wants to fix the image. I purposely blew it out the way I did because I wanted her to be the focus. So we're not going to go to Enhance, but I am going to come in and take the color and saturation. I want to tone down. I want to mute the green tones a bit. There we go. And I do want to bring out the reds a little bit more. There we are. All right. So let's see before and after. Here's before. Here's after. Good. Now that I did the majority of the work in the essential tools, because it is a portrait, let's come down here to the portrait tools. And with face, I want to adjust a little brightness to her face. Her eyes, you really can't see them, but in the other images we will. So I am going to just do my normal eye enhancement. You'll see that it's still, even though it can't see the eyes, it still did a pretty good job. Because she's a young girl, skin, I am going to apply just a little bit of the skin softening. Now this was shot many years ago. I could definitely see there's noise in the image. I think I shot it with a D700. So let's go to noiseless. Yep, it found low. And once I get it set, there we go. Before, after, yep, I like it. Right click, adjustments, copy. Now since it's a series, we'll do that one. We'll come down, we'll grab this one. We'll grab this one. And let me grab one more. Oh, she did the whole thing with her tongue. So let's go up here. I'll do this one. There. So now that I click them, right click, adjustment, and then I'm going to paste. And now what I just did was I ended up getting the same look or style for the entire series. Now when we do that little special one that I did earlier, where I put all of it together right up in here, there we go. Now it's going to look like a consistent look. So this was one example I gave them. And then I also did these in squares. So I did 3 of them. I actually did 9 of them. So I took those and I purposely gave it this treatment because, especially back then, what year was this? I don't have the year in front of me, but this was shot years ago. That was the style back then, and thank God it held up. So when you're doing these shots for the family, observe the family, their style, and what you feel represents them, then match the edit to what you photograph. All right? So there we have it. I hope that helped you guys out a lot. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to be producing, especially, like I said, during this holiday season over the next couple months. All right? Now, if you're here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. For everyone else, if you're watching this live or on the rebroadcast, I'll see you at the next coffee break.